The other day, I was scrolling through YouTube when I stumbled across a Renaissance periodization Dr. Mike's video.
In reality, you'll probably just be masturbating with Whiskey Dick at 4 in your hotel room,
where he made mention of $200 leather strap-ons. Yeah, $200 leather strap-ons, which are the Versa grips. That caught my attention a lot. It was my birthday coming up, meaning I can spend a portion of my parents' salary without feeling guilty on items that I'll never use 20 years down the line. And one thing that caught my eye was the fucking Versa grips. The Versa grips are one of the most advanced training little things that have ever been made. They're little strap-ons that go on here that you'll see in the video. This is an in-depth review of the Versa grips, which will include pros and cons of the Versa grips, comparison to actual grips, training clips, and whether you should buy them or not. So before handing over your credit card seamlessly to a fucking company that you've never tried or maybe tried once, you might as well watch this little 10 to 15 minute review on whether you should buy fucking $200 leather strap-ons or not. Please subscribe to support me and motivate me, because I make no money off these videos at the moment. So subscribe would really help motivate your brother out to make more reviews that are gonna help you out. I would really appreciate it. Comment down below if you're thinking of buying the Versa grips, or if you already have them. Maybe you're trying to see how to use them, or if you have straps and you're trying to get them. Just comment down below what you think and what you think of the review, if you're gonna get them or not, what situation you're in, and enjoy the rest of the fucking video, man. So here are the plastic $200 fucking strap-ons that I was talking about. Versa motherfucking grips. The real deal, motherfucker. Now, these are the extreme versions. They cost me around $190. Sorry for the clickbait, guys. It was 190 Australian dollars. I'm really sorry for the fucking clickbait. These pink strap-ons, they only cost $10. $10. They do the exact same fucking thing. You strap them on. Yeah. And then, boom. Look at my callus. These are callus preventing, by the way. I'll tell you that. Ever since I bought these, I started doing 2 minutes of dead hangs per session that I use them, so just so I don't make these go away. These are quite aesthetic as well. Now, we will compare them later on in the video, but these are my $10 grips. I got them from eBay. You can search up the same thing. $10 Australian, so even cheaper in the fucking US. One of the big ups of these grips is that they do not need these complicated, loopholes and whatnot. You just strap them on like this, and you grab a bar, and then you either A, you can do this, or B, you can hold it like this. I'll show you with my Manscaped razor. One day I'll have these guys sponsor me, bro. Best razors on the planet. I shave my balls with them every... So you see, this is it's strapped on. It's not really moving anywhere. It's being held on by the strap from this. One thing you have to note is it will kind of clot your hands. So that's somewhat of an issue, but not necessarily. Look, my flashlight. Okay. These are the extremes. They are double stitched. I bought them, as I said in the intro, birthday money, so I had the extra 50 to spend, but the pros are literally the exact same fucking thing. I'll show you guys one more time again. So you can either A, grip them on like this, or B, can grip on like this. Some exercises, for example, like the machine row, I tend to do this, and some exercises like the pull-up, I'll tend to do this, or sometimes I even do this. They both provide pretty good help. The first session I used these, after my bulk, doing really slow negative pull-ups, I was getting about like 6 really good reps, and second session I started using these, I got around about 8 reps. So it might have been placebo, or I might have just gotten stronger from the bulk. I used to be able to pull up more when I wasn't fucking bulking, but the extra 10-11 kilos is really doing me well. This morning I weighed in around 79.2 kilos, so bulk is going quite well. By the way, I'll show you guys again. Pop up on the screen the Versa Grips Extreme, the one I bought. That's there on the screen. That's the one I bought. These are the exact ones. They cost $190, and I bought size small because I have decently large wrists, but they're quite small as well. So I bought small. I actually don't know if I bought small or if I bought large or medium. I'll tell you guys. I'll correct myself if that wasn't the case. Now, let's compare them against the Extremes, Pros, and Classics. So, up on the screen, it says the most popular one is the Pro version, but I have the Extreme version. They all practically have the same thing, like maybe the Classic doesn't have the non-slip material or whatnot. I don't know what that could be, but it is something. So, I would definitely recommend if you're gonna buy them to buy the Extremes or the Pros. I bought the Extremes because of the double stitch. It looked a bit nicer and maybe a bit more durable, and it has like the arch U support, whatever the fuck that is. But the Pros will literally do the exact same fucking thing. Save your $50, buy the Pros. Let's compare them against real fucking things. I'll show you guys some training clips in just about like a minute, but look, these literally will do 70% of the job that these will do. My pink strap-ons, they look a lot nicer and more stylish than fucking that shit, but I mean, you do you. If you really take training seriously, I would tell you to buy them. They are pretty much for people that really take training seriously, so I don't know, really do your own research and consider it yourself. That's the comparisons over. Okay, so now we're on to the pros and cons of things. So we'll start off with a con, just to, get you intrigued, talk about the bad side of things, because it's not always fucking sunshine and rainbows around here.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
So the first con is they're way too fucking expensive for what they are, and there's way cheaper alternatives. So these VersaGrips, they are traditionally known as lifting hooks. So they're known as lifting hooks. And when you search that online, it comes up with multiple options that are between like $30 to $50 Australian. And I see that as a way better option than paying $200 for some fucking silly straps that, can be done by lifting straps or by fucking any other lifting device, or like such as lifting hooks. There's one brand called fucking Niglories, right? And it sounds a bit sus, but that's what I found on Amazon, and there's multiple other brands. That's just one of them I found. But just search up lifting hooks, you'll find way cheaper options. But if VersaGrips one day fucking sponsors me, okay, VersaGrips are the best. Number 2. So this is a pro. They're a lot better than traditional lifting straps. So lifting straps, you know how you have to like hook them on and you have to do this weird loop thing and then screw them on the machine. Some machines such as like machine rows are really hard, but this thing, boom, you just pop it on, slap it. I haven't done it properly, but just tie it to your wrist. Easy as that. There's no like hard setup. You don't have to roll it on like crazy. You just grab it, boom, or grab it like this, boom, and then it's latched on. So in that aspect, it's a lot better and more usable than lifting straps is. That this essentially means it's way easier to set up. So I'll go on with another pro, and I'm gonna show you a clip. This won't be too long because I basically explained it in the last clip. It's a lot easier to set up on majority of exercises. So as you're seeing in this machine row here, I just quickly latch onto it, boom, and then there's no hardship. You just boom, row it. It's not hard to, like, you don't have to screw it on and whatnot, versus like the lifting straps, which I might record a clip for as well, which you see, and you have to screw them on and fucking it's a lot of difficult work that just does not really need to be done, and it's taking a lot of time. Most of the time when I use lifting straps, I just fucking disregard them because of how much they piss me off. Maybe because these are $200, I'm more inclined to use them, but fucking who knows. A con. Straps or lifting straps, they do 70% to like 80% of what these things do. These have a bit more, sparks and cleans and shines everywhere. I forgot what the fucking saying was, but they have a bit more things to them, the VersaGrips, but they essentially do the exact same things as straps. It's like buying a Louis Vuitton shirt versus buying a normal shirt from Target. The Target shirt is going to do essentially what the Louis Vuitton shirt is going to do. But let's say you're fat in a Louis Vuitton shirt versus you're fit in a Target shirt. If you don't know how to work out and you put on these VersaGrips, you're not going to like automatically be better. Or if you don't know how to use lifting straps, your VersaGrips are not going to change your fucking life. You must get somewhere first with lifting straps and then consider the VersaGrips. Just like that Target shirt I explained. So basically, like, if you're fit in a Target shirt versus fat in a Louis Vuitton shirt, you're going to do way better in the Target shirt than you are in the Louis Vuitton shirt. So first learn, how to use straps, work out with them and whatnot, become a bit more advanced, then consider VersaGrips. So the VersaGrips, at least the one I have, the Extremes, this is another Pro by the way, they have wrist support. So okay, as you can see on my wrist here, I'm not really exactly sure what it's meant to do. I reckon if you want to have wrist support, just give me 1 second. I think if you want to have wrist support, you would have to tie it a bit more up. And it's obviously not as good as like normal wrist straps, but it does do a little bit for your wrists as well if you have wrist pain. The Extremes, they have this. The Pros and normal ones, I do not think they have this, or at least like the chart says they don't. Maybe it's just a marketing thing, I don't know. But if you want to, if you have bad wrists, consider getting these rather than the Pros or the cheaper alternatives on Amazon. This might help with your wrist a bit too as well. And we're gonna have like 2 more cons, and I don't know, I think I mentioned all the pros. So I'll just say this and wrap it up quickly. There's a lot cheaper alternatives to these, as I mentioned. Just search up lifting hooks or VersaGrip alternatives, and there'll be a lot of way more economical options for you to buy. And this is kind of a pro and a con. So it's mainly for advanced lifters. As I mentioned in the Target shirt example, you gotta learn how to work out first and make big gains before the VersaGrips to actually have the VersaGrips help you in any way, shape, or form. Fuck, I just had the most mad sneeze attack of my life, so my face looks like I'm fucking high right now. But essentially what I said was it's mainly for advanced lifters, not necessarily for the novice or for the intermediate. It's for the advanced that actually know how to work out and make gains without them, so you don't have to necessarily rely on them. Now that's it for the pros and cons. I think I'll list them on the screen right here. With all the reasons I listed, I urge you to think about it and maybe revisit the pros and cons section of the video to see whether you relate or not. In my opinion, they're pretty worth it as a training tool, but the price might offset a few people. I personally found them pretty cool, but there are cheaper alternatives, but I still would recommend the VersaGrips because, don't go for the rip-off version, you're gonna regret it. I've been training for 2 years, and that's why I wanted to level up my training. My grip was just getting way too strong for my fucking back. In this clip, I might not look like I have a big back. This is after my training session. I'm just doing this to record, for the clip, I guess. I hope you enjoyed this review. As I said again, I do recommend them. Comment down below any questions you have about this product and I will reply to you. I'm obviously not sponsored with my 150 subs, so if you want to get me sponsored, please subscribe if you enjoyed again, and see you later.